All right, what's up? Dr. Kai Dupuy, Coding While Black, episode 63. I don't even know what today is. I think it's September, maybe the 18th. It's a Saturday. So I got out this morning, run some errands, and I saw something on LinkedIn that I decided to talk about. I could talk about stuff on LinkedIn every day. It is a treasure chest of interesting things and bad advice and just wrongness. But sometimes there's some rightness, and so I found something today or yesterday, I'm not going to say who posted it, but that I thought was interesting, and I want to talk about that. Also, remember, tell some folks you think that these videos can help. Hit the like button, subscribe, drop some comments down there if you want to. Again, I make these videos to help folks who are coming up in this field. I'm pretty much done in this field, or, I don't anticipate myself coding in the future. But I definitely spent 30 years doing it. So I know a little bit of something about the craft as well as what it's like to be in that space. A lot of folks are out here talking, never been in the space. So please keep that in mind before you take advice. Some folks are out here talking and they're in the space right now. Definitely follow those folks, right? But depending on what their disposition is, you also got to look at it from the standpoint of who that person is and what they're trying to do and accomplish. So just take it with a grain of salt. Some of the stuff I say you may like and move and take it with you and put it in your toolbox. Some you may move on without. It's all good. I just felt like, especially once I conducted my research, that I had a lot to say, and this gives me a place to say it. My wife certainly doesn't want to hear it, so this gives me an outlet. And I don't know if I mentioned episode 63, right? So what I saw on LinkedIn was a comment about the disconnect between what colleges are teaching and what successful candidates in jobs interviews have. And so the person talked about how important are grades, how important is college, when what he's noticed is most of the folks that interview at his company, the successful people are those that have street smarts, those that have good communication skills, those that had average grades, while the ones that come on and struggle are those that went to top colleges, those that have good grades, those that have learned how to ace the interview. And I've already talked about the silliness of the interview, right? How stupid that is. But what I want to say is I've been saying this for quite a while now, that the whole interview process is broken. But here's what I found interesting about what he said. We know that African Americans are underrepresented in tech. We also know that we are the folks who are not going to the top schools, who are not coming in learning how to ace the interview, because that costs money to be able to get those kinds of tools to ace the interview, which is kind of like gaming the system. And we're not the ones going to the top colleges. We're not the ones, for the most part, with the top grades, right? So how are the people that are the most successful? They have the skills that are most found in the black community, not to paint a broad stroke, but you understand what I'm saying, right? The lack of opportunity leads to the kinds of things he's discussing. And yet, we're the ones that are the lowest represented. And we know this is true. This is why I always argue with folks when they say, HBCUs are graduating folks with these skills and they can't get jobs. Right. Well, he's telling you folks are coming from top universities and they can't get I take that back. They're getting the jobs. They're just not doing well in the jobs. Right. They don't have the skills to be successful, even though on paper and what they're matching the skills to that they think will lead to or will forecast a good employee in the role, it has not worked out. So am I saying that to say don't go to college? No. You go to college with a different bent, with a different goal, with a different view. As I tell my kids, go to college because you found some subject interesting, or there's something you want to learn about, or you want to dig deeper into a particular aspect of culture or a particular study, but not as a stepping stone to how you're going to make your money. Keep that separate, especially as it relates to tech. Can't tell you how many times I've worked with people who have no degree, who are in positions higher than me, who are making more money than me. Or I'm sitting next to someone with a degree in English literature, or degree in English, or the degree in hospitality management, right? And they're my manager. So, and I got a degree in computer science. So, and I've been pretty good at it, you know. I'm not going to say I'm average, I'm above average. I don't think I'm the greatest programmer in the world because I didn't have that kind of motivation, even though I was motivated quite a bit just from to be good, just to be able to keep my job and pay my bills. So I found that interesting, right? The person is saying those that have the skills on paper that we think would make a great tech person or programmer or software engineer, and they don't, and those that have what we would never think about, low grades, can't ace the interview, didn't go to the top colleges, have street smarts. Who has street smarts? Who's in the streets? And how's that even gauged in corporate America? So maybe we should start putting some value on street smarts. Once again, it's your boy, Dr. Kai Dupuy, Coding While Black, episode 63. Have a great weekend. Peace and blessings.